Hey guys, how you doing? How about we talk about some full-size cars today? I got four of them, and they're from the 60s, early to mid 60s, and I got 170. They're kind of cool in their own little way because they're what you normally saw out on the road every day back in the 60s. So, welcome to Styrene Relics, and let's get started because I got a little bit of info on each one of them. It's kind of cool. This one here is Mercury Park Lane. I'm sorry, and I honestly don't know a whole lot about this car. This was one of those AMT kits. It was a numbers year kit, you know, what they had the number on the side of the box. I bought it. I bought a 64 Impala, and this one was with it, so I just bought them both. Kind of neat, actually. I actually don't know that much about this car. It's got a pretty good look to it, really. Um, it is a full size vehicle back in its day, you know, for sure. Um, Let me show you. It's got a V8 in it. I'll try to get this hood open for you. But it's got the Mercury V8 in it. A couple of 4 barrels under it. From my understanding, you could actually get this car set up this way. It's got a black interior, and you guys know how it is with black interiors. It just does not show. So let me see if I can try this. Maybe I can get a little bit of light in here. No, not going to work out. Well, anyways, it's got a pair of bucket seats inside, a real nice looking dash. I think it's a good looking car. You know, a big old Mercury. I honestly don't know how fast they were or anything about them. I can show you the rear on the undercarriage on this. This is it would have been a screw bottom, but when they were doing these, AMT had these pins and you just pushed them in instead of having screws. So it was right at the tail end of those guys still doing this. But I can tell you, I did a little bit of research on it because I wanted to know a little bit about it. This is called the 66 Mercury Park Lane. It's the fastback hardtop coupe, and it weighed 3,971 pounds, priced out at $3,387 dollars, and it had 8,354 production units. Well, it's not a very big run on this car, but it is kind of cool. It ran a 123-inch wheelbase. So that's kind of long, actually, for a big old car, you know. So, yeah, I like it. It's kind of different. I thought I'd throw that out there and show you guys. I got another one here. This one is a 63 Impala. This is, I can't remember. I believe it Revell. It was one of the donk kits. So the trunk lid opens on it, and it's got the spare tire in there. And all. It's a good looking car, actually. I cut the roof off it and made a convertible out of it. I just like that look on this car. The boot, I think I used actually, I think it's off of a 59 Impala. The boot is. The interior, real nice interior, you know. I like the little stainless buttons in the doors, on the backs of the seats. I don't know if you can see those or not. Maybe not. But yeah, nice car. I thought these were always real good looking cars. It's got Again, going to be kind of tough to see. So I can turn this around. Yeah, it's just not going to work out, is it, guys? Well, it's a 283 small block. Or is it? Yeah, because if it was 327, it would have had the filler tube. And I don't see that. So, yeah, it's a good looking car. And this one, I just kind of rusted up the exhaust a little bit. I didn't want to get too weathered on it. So, yeah, it's got a good look to it. Always did like these. It being a 63. So while I was looking up at Parkland, I thought, well, what the heck, I'll get some info on this 63. So it's got a 119-inch wheelbase, opposed to that 123-inch wheelbase. This one weighs 3,525 pounds, and it priced out at $3,024. So it was about $300 cheaper than the other one, than the Mercury. Now this one having the V8 in it, it would have been the 283, which had 195 brake horsepower, or the 327, which would have had 250 up to 340, depending on how you had it set up, brake horsepower. They had built 832,600, and of those, 153,271s were SS's. So, kind of cool. A little bit of cool little history there. So Chevy was cranking these bad boys out like crazy. I should also say those numbers, the weight and all, reflect the convertible on this. I didn't use it as the hardtop. So let me set this one down. Get the next one, and it is a 64 SS. The 64 SS shared the same wheelbase at 119 inch. I built this car like my brother had. One of his first cars that he had, real close to the same color. His had the white interior, just like this one, and it was an SS. He had the 327 engine, like this one. Although you could get it with the 409, which had considerably different horsepowers than then the undercarriage on that. This one was one time for the promos would have been screw bottom, but it being a newer kit now, it was glued together. Boy, again, I don't really know how I want to do this to show the interior, so I don't think I can. But really neat consoles in there. The floor shift on them. Really good looking SS trim on it. The regular trim came all the way down and then turned and went back, where the SS was just on along the top. And you remember the 6 taillights on the 63 were actually sticking out quite a bit. These were a little more set back with the trim work on the inside of the 2 fenders there. So yeah, I got some numbers for this one. The Sport Coupe V8 weighed out at 3,450 pounds, and it priced out at a whopping $2,947. So it was even cheaper. The SS was even cheaper than the 63 convertible. Not by a lot, probably about $80. The V8, the 327, had 250 horse or up to 300 horse brake horsepower. And the 409 came with 340 to 425 brake horsepower. Boy, they built a bunch of these now. 889,600 units were made. Of those, 185,325 SSs were made. So yeah, my brother had an SS. So that's kind of cool. I've got one more I want to show you guys. And that is 70. Now I've showed this one before, but I got some numbers on it now, so I'll go ahead and show you this. This is the Hardtop Coupe V8, and it weighed out at 3,788 pounds, and it priced out at $3,149. And they made just shy of 500,000 of these units. So that's kind of neat. They made a bunch of them, and the price on all three of these was right around $3,000, from 63 all the way up to 70. So at $3,000, you could buy yourself a full-size car with a V8 in it, and looking pretty cool if you ask me. That's what I always thought. So here, I'll let you see the bottom of this one. I got a pair of slicks on this one. I've always thought that it would be like me taking the car out to the drag strip without asking Dad, you know. So this one's got it. I can't get the hood off, and I thought it did, but yeah, I don't have any way of propping it open. But nope, not gonna happen, guys. Sorry, my bad on that. But yeah, I like this color scheme. It was a light green with a little bit different green interior to it. That's just the way Dad had his. He'd done that a couple of times, and then he ran with some blue ones. So yeah, well, that's it. That's all I got, guys. Just wanted to throw a few cars out. If you like this, give me a like and subscribe, man. I do appreciate it. It's always fun to show these things off and give you a little bit of info on them. Yeah. So, like I say, I appreciate every one of you guys sticking around. I hope everybody had a good Merry Christmas. So, all right. Talk at you later. Bye-bye.